Burkle will be with us shortly, I believe, and she will call in. There was a serious car accident where one of the front seat passengers of one of the cars went through the windshield and into one of the other cars. It was their fault for not wearing a seatbelt and going through their own windshield, but as a result of his loose body missiling into the other car, his body smashed into another driver. That poor person had a broken neck, broken jaw, severe concussion, smashed eye socket, lost an eye. Teenager in the passenger seat was traumatized by the dead, torn-up body, spurting blood. It wouldn't be spurting if he was dead, but okay. Yes, it was proven the man's injuries were due to the other body hitting him and not a general result of the crash. Nicole, I have no reason to doubt you, but I will tell you this. The likelihood of that happening twice in your lifetime could be graphically illustrated with a snowball in one hand and a blowtorch in the other. It just doesn't very often happen that somebody would actually go through two windshields. Wow. And for the likelihood of that happening, which has to be a 1 in a bazillion, I'm thinking you really don't have a problem there. Just not going to be a problem. 425-1059. 425-1059. Get you into the studios. The new 105.9 FM, the Big Talker. That's what Anne-Marie Burkle did. She dialed that number, and she's in with us. Anne-Marie Burkle, how are you? Well, wait a second. You can't answer until I tell you you can. Now you can answer. How are you?
I'm good, Gary. How are you?
No, I'm not doing as well as you because I don't know how to operate my phone system, but we got caught up. Well, all right, so after looking at the election last week, and I just talked with Craig Shirley about this, my take on this is Democrat or Republican, if you're a big spender, you're going to be in trouble this election cycle. And there's also a new study out, I was going to say study, but it's not a study. It's a poll indicating that a majority of Americans, and I'm not talking about a close majority, I'm talking about a huge majority, 63% of the American people now favor repeal of the health care law. Something that, the cowardly Congressman Maffei voted for, and you would have voted against. But what is your spin on this? Is it just big spenders, just Democrats, everybody?
Well, I think it's a lot of people. Healthcare, first of all, is an issue that affects everyone. So people are looking at it pretty closely. And every day that goes by, there's something else revealed about this bill. Friday I was in Rochester, and I spoke to the Genesee Healthcare Facilities Association. These are administrators of skilled nursing facilities. And they sat there were a group of about 25 of them, talking about this bill being an assault on senior citizens. That was their language. The fact that in their facilities it's going to increase their cost of health care to the employees by about 30%. The fact that it's going to raise the paperwork and the regulations and the oversight, and there's going to be a real review of all the claims that are paid. This it's so burdensome. They just were so upset with this bill, and that's just one piece of it. Last week, the National Federation of Independent Businesses filed a lawsuit with the Attorney General's office against this health care bill because of what it's going to do to small businesses. So every day that passes, one more thing comes out. It was just revealed that now when you get your W-2 form, there's going to be a space there, and it's going to indicate what the value of your health care plan is by your employer, and you're going to be taxed on that. So that's going to boost, it's on and on and on, and it's really unfortunate, but it's a bad bill, and it needs to be repealed, and we need to start all over again.
If we can get, and you're not opposed to fixing the healthcare system. This just isn't a fix.
That's exactly right, Gary. What our healthcare system needs is, number one, to reduce the cost. Why does a person's premium have to go up so consistently, so regular? Every time they look at it, it's increased, or their copay or the deductible is higher. We have to lower the cost of health care, and we have to talk about tort reform if we're going to do that. We have to talk about making insurance more portable. You'll be able to buy it over state lines. You got to talk about health savings accounts, making those more attractive. The patient is the consumer of health care, and the patient should have the say. And this bill just takes the right away from the patient and gives it to the government. So It's going to be bad. It's going to affect us on every level. As we expand Medicaid, our property taxes, that's how it breaks down locally. The property taxes are going to just explode. They're already high because we pay 25% of a share of Medicaid both federally and within New York State. If we expand the coverage of Medicaid to millions of people, what is that going to do? It's everywhere we look, this bill is bad.
And I might point out to those of you who are renting and thinking, well, then it won't affect me. Your rent is a reflection of all of the costs involved in owning that property, including the real estate tax, which means that if the real estate tax has to go up to pay for the Medicaid, then your rent will go up as well.
Exactly.
So if we send you to Washington, Anne-Marie, if you make it to Washington, you will, A, fight to get rid of this thing, this albatross, and B, fight to really fix health care the way it should have been fixed.
I agree. And I have signed a pledge with the Club for Growth to repeal this health care bill. In the meantime, we would work to defund it, and that's what Congress does. They're the purse string, so we would defund it as we go along until such time as it could be repealed. But health care reform should be incremental. Health care reform is you look at a problem just as if you were fixing an old house. You don't knock down that house. You, piece by piece, you look at what needs attention, you prioritize, and that's how you fix it. And that's what needs to be done with our health care system. But make no mistake about it, the quality of health care that we have in the United States is the best. People want to come here all the time. But somehow we have to contain costs, we have to make, doctors shouldn't be practicing defensive medicine, and we need to get those costs down, and that's the issue.
What public appearances you got scheduled for this week? Anything around town? Are you going to be...
This evening I'm in Wolcott, New York. Thursday evening I'm in Webster. And then June the 2nd, we are in Manlius. We're having a town hall in Manlius at 7 o'clock on June the 2nd, and that's at the rec center out in Manlius. So we would love to have the public come, ask their questions. We may, I think, at some point we're going to invite Mr. Maffei to join us, give people the opportunity to address their concerns. So. You expect
him to show up and debate you? He wouldn't even come on this program and debate it. Oh, please.
Well, you're scarier than I am.
Is all of that listed on your webpage?
It is, Gary, it is.
You want to give them the website?
Yes, it's www.Burkle, B-U-E-R-K-L-E, BurkleForCongress.com.
All right. Anne-Marie Burkle, thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure, Gary. Thanks so much.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. Anne-Marie Burkle. Oh, what a sweetheart. All right. 425-1059. It's a new 1059 FM, the Big Talker. When we come back, let's give away one of those 1059 FM Big Talker mugs, and we will do the Who Said That contest on the new 1059 FM, the Big Talker.
The new 1059 FM, the Big Talker. Traffic alert.
From the Time Warner Movies On Demand Traffic Center, reports of an accident in Syracuse on East Washington Street at South Warren Street, and another in Cicero on Route 31 between Route 298 and South Bay Road. If you see a traffic problem, call our traffic line at 423-3333, and we'll pass it along. I'm Brandon C. for the new 1059 FM, the Big Talker.
See the stripes, find the savings during Nissan's National 10 event at Burdick Nissan in Drivers Village. Our greatest selection of reliable, new 2010 Nissans are in, and even more on the way.
The perfect buying opportunity is here.
And the year's best financing, 0% APR on most models, including new 2010 Versas, Sentras, Altimas, and Maximas. Get 0% financing for 60 months on rugged new 2010 Nissan Xteras, Armadas, and Titans.
High used car values means more for your trade. Appraisers are giving top dollar right now.
Plus super low lease payments starting at just $149 a month at Burdick Nissan in Drivers Village. See the stripes, find the savings during Nissan's National 10 event at Burdick Nissan in Drivers Village. Offer details at dvnissan.com.
Want a safer, more comfortable, and energy-efficient home? You may qualify for 0% financing for up to 10 years towards improvements which can make your dream a reality. Tag Mechanical, a participating contractor in the Home Performance with Energy Star program, can conduct a comprehensive home assessment to diagnose your home. You may even qualify for incentives through the Home Performance with Energy Star program or 0% financing for up to 10 years. So call Tag today, 463.
Controlling all of